This question that we have to answer is how to design a competitive product in an ever-changing marketplace. I think that's pretty much who we are, an ever-changing marketplace. We'll talk about that. And it goes on to say the travel and hospitality industry is expanding and is more customer-centric than ever. Vacationers are now in the driver's seat and demanding more experiences, more choices, and more services than ever before. So where does the timeshare industry fit in the bigger vacation industry picture? That's the first question. And how are we going to design a product that will be competitive for years to come, over the next 10 years? And then how are we going to sell that product? So a fairly lengthy question, about 10 years of time to talk about, and well, thank God I've got 10 minutes to discuss it, so we should be fine. We'll get through it. So I think it's important to talk about our industry has always been an evolving and changing concept. I started selling in 1981, and we had a fixed week and a fixed unit and an exchange book that was about that thick. But it was sufficient because the customers didn't really know what timeshare was. They were enthralled by the opportunity to buy a fractional interest for a fractional price, and that worked well. By the 90s, people got more sophisticated and our product evolved. We went to floating weeks and floating units to give more options. By the 2000s, most of our customers were now knowledgeable. They knew about timeshare, either firsthand or through a friend, and they knew there were some limitations, and they wanted more options. They wanted more choices, and points brought that for us. Points created a whole new genre of opportunity and flexibility, and it was definitely the right move at the right time, but again, a continually evolving product. By the 2010s, this time, now it's a completely market again, because today is a social media world, and without any question, the consumers are in the driver's seat. They do want more benefits, they do want more services, they do want more options, and they want more experiences. So we really need to evolve to be able to give that to them. It seems just in a few short decades, we've gone from us telling the customer what we were to the customer telling us now what we need to be. So in regards to this first question and about timeshare having a place in the greater vacation industry, I think that we are very solid in the vacation industry, and we will be here forever because timeshare really is the ultimate loyalty program. If you think about this, virtually every hotel in the world has some kind of a loyalty program where they give out points or awards, you get services or you get free nights to get you to come back and stay there again, right? Well, I want you to picture this. Maybe you need the virtual reality glasses so you can see this, but probably not. So we'll stick with just this vision for you. Imagine you're looking at your check-in desk, and there are two customers at the check-in desk. The first one comes up and puts down his credit card and says, I want to book a room for the week, and you can put it on my credit card. I don't know if I'm going to spend more money on your resort. I don't know if I'm going to come back in the future, but I'm here now, and I'm ready to pay. The second customer comes up and says, I want to book a room for the week, and I want to book the same room for the same week for the next 20 years. And I'll prepay the entire package right now. In fact, if you want to finance it for me, I'll pay you interest on top of the principal. Then each year when I come back, I'm going to pay you a maintenance fee to make sure that the room is clean and that it's been kept up to date. And because I've prepaid everything, I'm going to have disposable income that I will spend on your resort, in your restaurants, in your amenities. And if you treat me really good, I'll probably upgrade 2 or 3 times during that 20-year period. Maybe I'll be here 25 years, 30 years. So there really is no stronger loyalty program than timeshare. There will always be a place for our members because they're the ones who continue to come back that we can count on and will continue to invest in our programs. So I think that's a very exciting point to have. So how do we build a product for the future? Well, the key is knowing what your customers want. I was recently reading an article about Paul Brown. Paul Brown is now the CEO for Arby's. He was part of an investment group that purchased Arby's back in 2013. In 2012, Arby's had their worst year ever. They lost $350 million. So this investment group bought in, and Paul Brown was the CEO, but he had no food experience. In fact, he was from the travel industry, worked for Hilton Worldwide for years. And what he did is he went out on the road and talked to the line level employees, the people that were talking to the customers. And he got a real feel for what the customers were looking for, and they adjusted their marketing, they adjusted their menus, and last year Arby's had the best profitable year they've ever had in their history. Now they're doing it with another company called Buffalo Wild Wings that were struggling, and they're using the same formula. Go talk to the people that are working with the customers, find out what they want, and deliver it to them. So what do we do for timeshare? We need to find out what our customers want. I don't know if you have 6 months to travel around and talk to the line level employees. I'm guessing most of us don't, but you don't have to do that. Today there are other options. Paul has a program called Intuition that literally by a touch of a button you can get feedback from your customers. It's completely flexible and designable so that you can go after any information you're looking for and find out exactly what your customers want. Once you know who your customer is, and I hope we do know who our customer is, that's hopefully who we're marketing to, and then we find out exactly what they want, now it's just a matter of putting those services and benefits and experiences into your existing program. And I don't think it's important whether you have a fixed week or you have a points program or you have a usage rights. The concept is to take that core program that you have and to wrap services and benefits and experiences around that. Think of it as a modular program that you can add, delete, and modify as you go, and has those demands and those experiences and those benefits that your customers want change. Just think about this. Just a few years ago, the word travel club, don't want to spill that, the word travel club was kind of a dirty word in the timeshare industry. But today, companies, timeshare companies, are incorporating travel clubs into their benefits package to give people access to hotels and other travel benefits not normally associated with a non-major hotel brand. Of course, you've got companies like RCI and ICE that have been around forever, II delivering benefits. If you have a customer that wants exchange, wants travel, wants cruising, those are great companies to be part of without any question. But it doesn't end there. The sky is really the limit. If you've got things on your property, maybe you've got a great spa, maybe you've got a golf course, you can create memberships associated with your membership levels that give them access to those things. You can tie in fishing or yachting. You can even tie in an all-inclusive benefit, giving the people more benefits, more services than what they really want. If services is the key, you can simply take a membership level or a product type and wrap it with services. Maybe it's a concierge or a personal butler. Maybe it's priority access or early booking windows. Services that your customers want can be added into your program. And if it's the experiences they want, I know Diamond Resorts is doing a tremendous job booking concerts and sporting events combined with packages, and it's a very, very successful program. Marriott has an experiential cruise program strictly for Marriott owners. So all these are different services, different benefits, different experiences that you can include into your product, and not only will they help you be current and competitive and giving your customers what they want, but all of those are great upgrade tools as well. Great reasons for your customers to buy more weeks, more time, more points. So selling it, how are we going to sell it? Well, I think that there are definitely companies moving into technological ways to do it. I know Hilton has a tremendous telesales division. They do several $1 million a month in sales. And with recent things like Skype and live stream, I saw this the other day. Have you seen this live stream? Incredibly powerful tool that will bring all of us the opportunity to work with our customers over a telesales operation and create additional sales. So there are some great, great things out there. But I think what we really need to talk about is who is our customer? Who are the people buying our product right now, and how do they communicate? I think the truth is that our customer is us, or the generation that we represent. The 40-somethings, the 50-somethings, the 60-somethings are the ones who are really buying the product right now, buying the bigger pieces of those products. And I think we need to cater to them. They're not high-tech. They're not high-tech savvy. So I think the face-to-face, tried and true methods of selling are going to continue to work as long as that generation is there. But it won't be long. Right behind those guys, you're going to have Generation X coming in. Behind them, you've got the proverbial millennials, and we will need to evolve and change. If you think you're ready to start moving that direction, maybe you don't want to put on your virtual reality goggles yet, but there are things that can be done. Today, there are several great computer-generated sales presentations that give your customer the feeling that you're on that cutting edge. Both Generator and Lift have great programs I strongly encourage. So there are different ways to get involved in it. You can do different things to get your people there, but the reality is we are going to see a change. We are going to see things passing on, and we are going to see a need to be competitive in those other areas. In the meantime, I think that it really comes down to using technology to move forward as a generation, to help usher in these future generations. The key is to be open-minded and not think that anything can't work. Again, if you're getting the feedback from your customer that's what they want, then you create that component, add it into your product, and you'll make the sales to those people and keep them happy with it. Eventually, we're going to move forward. And as technology moves forward, so do we need to as a generation. 10 years from now, we'll be using ideas and concepts that haven't even been invented yet. So be open-minded, try new things, listen to your customers, very, very important. And it's going to be an evolving industry that will eventually help us to usher in, the next generation. So that's really it. We're an industry that's evolving. We're prepared for the change. We will continue to make those changes. Technology will find its way in. Eventually, we probably will be selling with virtual reality and other tools. I know Wyndham's using virtual reality in a referral program that's working well. I think the key is to stick with what's important, what's working, know who your customer is, find out what they want, and then deliver that to them. And be prepared that that's going to be a constantly evolving and changing subject. That's it. Thank you very much.
Well done, clear. Thanks for coming.